I wanted to ask about trade. In our paper this morning, a senior Mexican official called this idea of booting Mexico out of what I'm going to call NAFTA, he called it a betrayal. Can you tell us definitively, does Canada actually want to pursue a bilateral trade deal with the United States instead of a trilateral deal that includes Mexico?
The Prime Minister has been very clear on this. So let me repeat what he said really, really clearly when I was standing beside him on Thursday. Canada today has a North American trade deal that works for all three of our countries. And it is a trade deal that was negotiated by President-elect Donald Trump, which is a further guarantee for all of us. Canada's first preference and the best outcome for Canada is to maintain that foundational trade agreement. We also recognize that there are some challenges with Mexico's position when it comes to China. And I have heard Canadian business leaders and Canadian union leaders talk to me about the concerns they have. The concerns that Mexico can be a backdoor for Chinese investment, for Chinese goods that are produced through an intentional policy of Chinese overcapacity that hurts our workers. It hurts people like those great workers in Thunder Bay that we've been talking about. So Canada has been clear about that. We've been clear about that with all of our partners in the NAFTA trade agreement. Thanks.
And just to pick up on that point then for my follow-up question, which is, can you tell us more about what evidence you've actually seen that China is actually currently used a sort of future tense there, but is there evidence that China's using Mexico's auto industry currently as a backdoor to get around and into NAFTA?
I would like to look at it from a positive perspective and from the perspective of the opportunity that all three NAFTA countries have to take a clear and aligned position when it comes to China. That is what Canada has very intentionally done. We recognize that Chinese overcapacity is a problem for Canada. It is just not fair to ask Canadian workers to compete against products that are made with labor standards that do not meet our level, with environmental standards that don't meet Canada's level. Our workers can't do it, and we know that China has an intentional economic policy of oversupply. And that is why Canada has introduced 100% tariffs on EVs, 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum. We think that today there is an opportunity for all of the NAFTA countries to work together to have a fully aligned policy on China to protect all of our workers and to ensure that we are supporting each other in this really important effort. That is what Canada is doing, and I think that there are some real opportunities to work together on that. Thanks.